Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is the new moon in Aquarius that we are sitting in right now. I'm planning to do some readings for all 12 of our signs or zodiacs out there from Aries through Pisces. So I'm just giving you a little bit of, and also a little bit of a preview to tomorrow, which is our official Chinese Lunar New Year. We're entering the year of the metal ox, leaving behind the year of the rat. I had a very funny thought come to my mind today. I said, I'm getting tired of the rat race. And I said, isn't that funny that we've been in the year of the rat? And that is maybe what's coming to end for some of us, the rat race. So that could definitely be something going on. This is a late night stream for me. I usually don't go on this late in the evening. So for all of my fellow insomniacs, night owls, and maybe my West Coast folks, yes, maybe representing out in the chat, I hope that you guys will enjoy these. If not, these are going to be all available to watch tomorrow. You know, for everybody that is a morning bird, which there's mostly morning birds, but for my night owls out there, you know, we might be having a little hoot owl party here on the Dragon Channel. Hey there, Eric. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. I know you're like me. You're a night owl. You're a fellow night owl. I know that. Yep. We got our morning birds and we got our night owls, and I'm a confirmed night owl, guys. I'm actually more awake at this time of night than I am in the morning ever. I actually really don't get up in the morning. I haven't done that for a very long time. When you work for yourself, you can keep your own hours. So yeah, I'm definitely a night owl. So so today was our new moon in Aquarius. So that's what has actually started out for, you know, this afternoon, and we're definitely sitting in the energy of that. And that is actually how we begin our lunar Chinese New Year. It's calculated by the second new moon after the winter solstice, which is the Aquarius new moon, which we're sitting in now. So I'm going to be doing some lunar-based readings. We're going to just get a few messages around what this new moon in Aquarius is bringing to you, because when we hit the new moon, it always starts a new pattern of energy as we build up to the full moon. Yeah, no problem. Hey, Angela. Hey, Moonchild. No problem. Good to see you. But that is what we're building up to right now, you know, from this new moon starting in Aquarius. And we do have a tremendous amount of Aquarian energy. So right now the sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn, 6 of our, you know, 10 major planets that we work with in astrology are sitting in the sign of Aquarius, guys. So this definite emphasis on the energy of Aquarius, but it also really helps us to start thinking future, what we want to move forward, how we want to progress. Aquarius is also a very idealistic sign, so I would say that that definitely brings our higher ideals, you know, our almost pie in the sky desires, wishes. You know, Aquarius is the star in the tarot, of course, so it's all about, you know, those hopes, those desires, those dreams, those wishes coming true. So that is what's going on right now astrologically, and this is what's opening up this next 2 weeks. So today, a big reason I'm going on so late as well is I was cleaning the house, I was vacuuming, I was dusting. This might be a sneeze edition of Dragon Tail Tarot, because I have been sneezing a lot because of all the dust and all of the stuff that gets fluffed up when you're doing a lot of cleaning. But that is a really positive thing to start doing, is, you know, over this next 2 weeks as we celebrate the Lunar New Year. Go ahead and start, you know, getting your house in order, clean out old things, get old energies moved away. That's one of the best and most positive things that we can do during this time, you know, because we're building up to our full moon. That'll be a Virgo full moon, because by then the sun will have shifted into the sign of Pisces. So let's go ahead, guys. I'm just going to get into these for us tonight and see what comes up. Very excited. I don't know how many people will join this. I don't know how many of our late night insomniac folks we have out there, but if you're there, I'd love to see you. If not, we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to read them through like I always do, and just get a few messages. Just get a few. These aren't going to be super, super long readings. These are just going to touch on this energy of the new moon in Aquarius. That's what we're mostly going to look at. And tomorrow, guys, we will be doing our Chinese Lunar New Year celebration for the Year of the Ox. And I will be doing a little bit deeper readings for each of the signs for what is coming into that. But we will, instead of reading from, you know, the typical Western zodiac, Aries through Pisces, we will be working with the Chinese lunar signs. Yes. Hey there, Dana. Good. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be working with the Chinese lunar signs. We'll be working with, you know, all the way from the rat all the way through the pig, and talking about what will be coming in for you during the Year of the Ox based on your Chinese sign, your lunar sign, rather than your Western solar sign. So we're going to be working with those tomorrow. But tonight we're going to go from Aries through Pisces, starting out with that energy. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna I've been saging the house like crazy tonight, y'all. It's a good feeling. It was necessary. It really felt nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a few of our tuning forks. I've got the sun, the earth, and the root chakra to get us nice and grounded. Hey there, Silver Star. Good to see you. All right, y'all. So I've been saging up a storm. I'm not going to burn any more sage tonight because I have been doing that, and my nose, I don't think it can take a whole lot more. But maybe we'll do just a little sweetgrass. I'm not as sensitive to that, actually. So let's just burn a little sweetgrass for everyone out in the chat, because this room is cleansed. This space is very cleansed right now. I have been doing incenses and chanting and saging, and it's feeling really good in here right now. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna get these cards already. I'm just using Lunar Oracle tonight. So anybody that's interested in these particular decks, I am using the Moonology deck. I'm using the beautiful Queen of the Moon Lunar deck as well. And for the blessings that will be coming in for us each during this new moon in Aquarius, I am using the Blessed Be Oracle deck. So those are the ones I'm using tonight. Yeah, this is a late night live stream. We'll see how many of our hoot owls are out there in the world. I used to do my Friday live streams a lot earlier than I do now, and I feel like I've lost some of my morning birds, but let's see what we get for the hoot owls. I love it. Isn't that great? The greatest, Dana? Yes, doing the tuning forks along spine. I do tuning fork therapy, and I absolutely believe in it. It works so well. It just helps me a great deal. And there are people out there that are very sensitive to sound, and it works really great. So yeah, I love it personally. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with Aries and see what we have coming up for you, Aries, for this new moon in Aquarius. Very excited to see what's coming up. So let's start out just with some Lunar Oracle decks. Dear angels, guardians, guides, all of our spiritual help out there. Let's see what we have for Aries for this Aquarius new moon. We just ask for any messages, guidance. What are you bringing in for them as we begin this new lunar cycle? Okay, yeah, wow, strong energy here for you, Aries. So your dreams need a practical plan. That is always a thing. And I think with Aries, it very much is. And we've got that full moon and Taurus energy coming up for you. So I feel like this new moon in Aquarius for you, Aries, is going to be bringing you this feeling like I've got to root, I've got to stabilize, I've got to ground all the things, all the dreams, all the goals that I've had. I need to think about how to bring them into manifestation. Be bold and make the first move. Look at that cardinal moon. This is definitely your energy, Aries. You're a cardinal sign. You are about being bold. And so if you've been kind of procrastinating, sitting back and waiting, I think it's time to start taking action. And look at the third card coming in. The energy is gaining momentum. Look at that, waxing moon. And we're stepping into a waxing moon as we start this new moon in Aquarius. So let's clarify these for you, Aries. We're just going to draw from the Queen of the Moon now and put those on top just to get a little deeper message on this. But those are beautiful. I mean, that's just so direct, just like you, Aries. So this new moon in Aquarius, this next 2 weeks is going to be nice. You're going to be bringing through a lot more activity, making a plan, putting it into action. Oh my goodness. And if people have been putting you off, you're not willing to wait any longer. You're not. Look at this. And at the same time, you're getting, like I said, grounded, balanced, and stable. We've got a lot of peace coming up around this. And so what that tells me, Aries, is that when you start to get a grounded plan and you start to really manifest things or make plans to manifest things, it gives you peace of mind. It makes you feel more harmonized. It makes you feel more in balance. To me, this is such a Libra kind of energy, even though these cards don't have sign associations per se, but it feels so Libra, right? Because it's balanced, it's peaceful, it's tranquility. Very, very nice. Right in the middle on top of that cardinal moon, we have the void. And there it is. We're going from a brand new moon here, Aries. Brand new moon energy, clean slate, clean time. It's time to make those moves. It's time to be bold. It's time to be a leader. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra are all leadership-oriented signs, and you certainly are one of those. So there we go. The energy is gaining momentum, and we have that long night moon, which you have come through over this last month. So check that out. You've moved through the darkness. You've moved through a lot of those long dark nights of these soul Aries, and I really do believe that, you know, I actually felt a lot better today. Like the energy just felt a lot more upbeat. It felt more, I don't know, just more progressive, more proactive. I felt like I could get a lot of things done. Whereas yesterday it felt really heavy. So I was just excited about it. I think this is going to open up a lot of electricity. Aries, you are the first sign, and you are the sign of the springtime, right? And we're getting a little bit of a, you know, of a preview into your energy, a little bit of that perk, that boost. So let's see what blessing is coming up for our beautiful Aries out there for this next 2-week new moon cycle. Oh my goodness, this is perfect for you, Aries. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. And Aries, you are a sign of, yes, war and battles and conflict. Fighting keeps on fighting. You handle the conflict, you issue, and then you put it to rest. And so if there's something that you've been kind of avoiding or putting off, and you know you've needed to get it done, you know that there's something that either it's a difficult conversation you need to have, something that has to happen at work, something in a relationship, etc., it's time to say what's on your mind. Look at that. Look at that. The battle that can't be avoided, but you're blessed on it, Aries. That's the blessing, is that Spirit is on your side. The divine is going to help you get through this. She's even got her stick, right? I do a keto. I like my stick. She's got her Joe. She's ready. She's ready to knock something out of her, out of her way. Hey, Markers. Hey, Pigeon Lady. Good to see you in the chat. This is a beautiful read for Aries. Thank you so much for those of you who are just joining us. Very nice. I love that. I love that you've got the blessing on the battle. Love that. Hey, Yui, good to see you, darling. Hey, Krista, good to see you. All my night owls hooting it up in here. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot hoot. Oh my goodness. I have no idea. I've never done a live stream this late before, but it may be a thing. Maybe might turn into a thing we do once in a while. You never know. Sometimes. Sometimes I do things spur of my nose over here, guys. Feeling a little oily. Yeah. But yeah, so no, it's an interesting thing. Like when I started doing the spirit animal reads on Sundays, that was just like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and it turned out to be like a great regular thing. So maybe we'll do a night owl night every once in a while for us evening folks. Yeah, me too, Yu. I'm so nocturnal. So nocturnal. And then we also, of course, we'll have people from other time zones, and this may be like during the day for them, right? Or earlier evening. So, there's going to be plenty of people. Different times can really work for different folks. I love to try to accommodate as many people as I can. That's my Venus and Pisces. I want to make everyone happy. I do. All right, Taurus, let's see what we've got in the house for you. New moon in Aquarius. The next 2 weeks, we will be building up, waxing to that full moon. So let's see what we've got coming through for you, Taurus. We have got 6 planets right now. Ooh, in that sign of Aquarius. I know, Taurus, you feeling the pressure. Even if it's good pressure, it's definitely pressure. So let's see what we have got for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what messages that you have for Taurus with this new moon energy of Aquarius for the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much, as always, for all your divine guidance and support. Nice. I really like that for you, Taurus. It's important advice for y'all. Nothing is yet set in stone. First card out is our mutable energy. And Taurus, you're not a mutable sign. You're a fixed sign. And fixed signs are the most stubborn, the most planted in their thoughts and ideas. This is telling you, don't get too stuck on just one thing right now. Not only do we have so much of this fixed energy of Aquarius. See, that's why Aquarius is a hard sign for Taurus. You're both a fixed sign, and so you create that 90-degree angle, which is a square in astrology. So it really is, it can make you feel like you're hitting your head against a wall, and that's why you may be feeling a lot of pressure or stress. I know I can feel it. I can feel it. I've got Aquarius rising. My Jupiter is in Taurus, so I'm noticing. Yeah. Like crazy. So Taurus, this is reminding you, nothing's set in stone yet. You have wiggle room, you have time. Even if you feel a lot of pressure, stress, crisis, feeling like you don't have time, you do. You do. It's not over. It's not complete yet. You have wiggle room. Right in the center, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So I like that. We are sitting in a new moon in Aquarius, and it's an air sign, and so is Gemini. So communication is really vital. And I think that that's actually a big way that you work through some of this pressure, some of these feelings of stress coming to the surface, is by talking it out, letting it out, crying it out. Whatever it is that you need to do, express that. So have faith in your dreams, Taurus. Don't give up. I know this may be, a challenging couple of weeks till we start heading into the sign of Pisces. That's going to start softening the energy up for you a good bit. It will feel better to you. But right now, this is really tense. And I love that it's the waxing crescent, because we are in that waxing energy, right? We're in a waxing energy. We're building to the full moon. So let's get some Queen of the Moon cards on this for you, Taurus. Let's deepen these messages up just a little more. Mutable moon. Look at what we have. We have assessing. reading. So absolutely, this is saying you have time, nothing's set in stone. You still have time to assess, to discern what's right for you, to do your research, to look at the big picture, Taurus. Don't forget, you might just feel like things are closing in on you and it's like, oh my God, I've got so much on my back. I got so much I got to get done. And this is really reminding you to pull back and look at the big picture, and also telling you that nothing is set in stone yet, Taurus. Don't get too hard on yourself. Right in the center over top of our communication card with that Gemini moon, nourishment, good community, laughter, good energy shared is like soul conversations and discussions that are in depth, that are soul fulfilling, that nourish your heart and your mind. So connect with people who are really bringing that to you. You know those kind of folks that you have in your life, that when you get together and talk, or when you get on the phone or video chat, whatever it is, however you communicate, it's like it just gives you both such good energy, and you just feel like emotionally fed in a way that you aren't with other people. Really nice. So on top of this, have faith in your dreams, we have peace. And this is really reminding you, be at peace, Taurus, be at peace. Your dreams will come true. They're not, out far-fetched. They're not too big for spirit to handle. And that's just gorgeous. Don't give up. Don't give up. And even if you feel like there's no point, try to get into a peaceful place as best you can. Try to get into that meditative place as much as you can. Whenever you start worrying, are my dreams going to come true? Are my goals going to be fulfilled? Remember, there is timing at play here. I know nobody needs to hear that right now. I know that. Even Miss Patient Capricorn me, I don't want to hear that. So, but this is saying, try to get into a peaceful zone as much as you can when it comes to this. So let's get a blessing. Let's get a blessed be card for you, Taurus. Let's see what this new moon Aquarius cycle, this next 2 weeks, is blessing you on. What is it giving you some grace around? Look at that. Yes. Oh, Taurus. A blessing to lift sadness. I love to see that. Look at the moth there in the corner too. So to me, that's the light in the darkness, Taurus. This is that heaviness I'm talking about when we're talking about all those squares, all those things that could be really getting you down, making you feel heavy. But this next 2 weeks, there is that lifting of sadness, lifting of loneliness, heaviness, all of that. Oh, good reading. Boy, that feels nice. And I'm not even a Taurus, but I'm feeling that one. That's a great read. All right. Hey, Francisco. Good to see you in the chat. Around. Yeah, Mark, you are a Taurus, so you probably really resonate with that one. That's definitely true. Really big time. My mom's got a lot of Taurus. She's got 4 planets in Taurus, and she's definitely been feeling a lot of the heaviness. My dad's birth anniversary, I should say. His birthday would have been a couple days ago. He would have been 79. It's been a little over 3 years since he passed. And so, yeah, that's been definitely a thing for her. There he is. I love this picture of him with his fried chicken. He loved cooking fried chicken. That was like, he was such a Southern man, a Southern gentleman. And that was his favorite thing to fix. So yeah, my mom's definitely been feeling it. Yeah. We baked a cake for him though anyway. We baked him a cake on his birthday, February 9th. And we sang happy birthday and celebrated him anyway. Absolutely. I just think that's important. We had a good time. We, talking about funny things he would say and things that he would do. And, he just was really special. He was just really special. Yeah. Me and him had like a psychic link, I swear. That was his memorial picture that we used. But there he was, February 9, 1942. Yeah. So he would have been 79. But, oh, he and I, I say some people, it's like you can't always pick that, especially with your family, right? You can't pick that. But me and my dad, we had this really, it was like a psychic bond. It was like it's like we could just read each other's feelings. It was very interesting. Like I knew the things that would always make him laugh on like a deep level. Like I knew his humor so well that like I'll even say stuff sometimes to my mom and she's like, "Wow, I didn't know that he, you know, had that thing or that really tickled him." I'm like, "Oh, I just knew him on this level." Everybody has said that. They're like, it was like you just had this connection. But yeah, yeah. So that's been something my mom's been dealing with, the Taurus. You know, she's a Capricorn, but she's got 4 planets in Taurus. So she's very, very, very earthy, very hoofy. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into Gemini. Let's see what we have for them. Now, Gemini, I would say with all this Aquarius, it's not a bad time for you. This is a very positive flow of energy to Gemini because it is a fellow air sign. It is a fellow air sign. It's very, very beautiful. So I really do feel that Geminis have a lot of good energy, you know, going and flowing right now. The mind working well, the future being more clear, all of that coming into view. So let's see what we've got for you here. That would be highlighting right now your universal 9th house. And if you're a Gemini rising, it's also going to be affecting that 9th house. That's the Sagittarius house. So, you know, Gemini, I think that for you, the only big challenge for Gemini is really that you feel like you want to just move because you got all that Aquarius, you get all that Sagittarius house getting activated. It's like, I want to travel, I want to go, I want to see things, I want to, you know, get out there. And if you can't, that is the biggest challenge right now. If you're feeling any pressure, any stress, that's the biggest part of it. That's the biggest part of it. So Gemini, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please show us what you have for Gemini for this new moon in Aquarius cycle starting tonight and going through to the 2 weeks ahead, building up to our full moon. Show us Gemini, please. And thank you so much, as always, for your help. Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We have the emotions are running high, Gemini, with the super moon. So yeah, I mean, feelings are super close to the surface. And because there is so much in Aquarius right now, I feel like these feelings are so much like brought to the head. Like something might be really coming to a conclusion. And look at what you have here is our new moon full moon energy of Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So there could be something you've been really working to balance, something you've been working to come into alignment with, or have some sort of harmonious agreement between you and someone else. Libra energy is yet another air sign here, Gemini. So you got all these air signs really bouncing around. You could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be a Libra yourself. You could have some Libra energy in your chart. But you're really looking for everyone to win, everyone to get what they need. You really don't want anyone to get left out or feel like they've lost something. You want everyone to get what they need. And yet again, Gemini, your own energy coming into your reading. So check it out. Communication is key. New moon energy of Gemini. So I do feel we're stepping into the new moon Aquarius. This new moon in Gemini is really activating you. And look at that. It's all coming up to the surface here for you. It is. Gemini, you might be having some very strong feelings being revealed over this next 2 weeks. So let's see what we have in our Queen of the Moon Oracle. We're just going to layer those up over our Moonology cards to get a little bit deeper into these messages. Sometimes I just love working with Oracle cards. I love the tarot, but boy, sometimes Oracle cards are just amazing what they bring through. Nice. Look at these. Ooh. I'm loving it for you, Gemini. We've got faith. Have some faith in the future. Have some faith in yourself. The warm moon. That is our first full moon of spring, right? So this to me is a little bit of that Aries energy, yes. And so it really does bring something to the surface that has to do with keeping the faith, you know, believing in a project, believing in yourself, believing things will turn out. That is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that we are all running into right now, is just really keeping the faith alive, because things are hard. Things are just hard, and we're just having to hang in there so much, and you may be feeling that as well. Right on top of the Libra full moon win-win outcome is forecast, we do have the fear card, and that is the waxing gibbous. So to me, that's the stage right before we get to the full moon. I feel like a lot of fears are being let go over this next 2 weeks, and you may feel them even stronger right before the moon is full in Virgo. That's really what's coming up to the surface. Anything that has made you feel scared, any of that inner child work that makes you feel small sometimes or triggers those deeper emotions, that's what's coming up. And it could even be around, you know, personal relationships because of this Libra energy here, Gemini. So it may be saying, don't be afraid to have those talks. Don't be afraid to confront those issues. Don't let things get, you know, in a cage. Don't get in a trap. Let yourself go free, because what you persist with and what you work through is going to be what gets better instead of getting worse. It's really all about letting people know what you're thinking. That's a big part of it. And here's another reason I think that is, on top of our communication card, our Gemini card itself, we have this card of boundaries. So to me, yeah, and this is another waxing gibbous. I feel like as you get closer and closer to that full moon coming up later this month, you're going to feel this kick into place. And that could be that could be what some of this discussion is about, is placing good personal boundaries, good emotional boundaries, really clearly defining what you will and will not allow in a relationship, in a friendship, in a working environment, all of that. This is a powerful reading, Gemini. This next 2 weeks is going to be something else. A lot of stuff coming up to the surface that you might have been afraid to address in the past, but I think those conversations, or at least those mental processes, are going to be had. So let's see what we have in our blessing oracle. What blessing is this new moon Aquarius cycle bringing through to you over this next 2 weeks? Ooh, this one really wanted to stick. So I'm gonna, ooh, okay. Okay, I'm taking them both because they like came out together. So the first one was a blessing to find your way. So this is really saying, Gemini, if you have felt lost, if you've literally felt lost in the woods and very vulnerable, you know, very naked, very vulnerable, like, oh my goodness, my emotions are just all out there, I'm not sure where I'm going. This is really to help you find your way. And the next card next to it, look at that, a blessing to heal a relationship. Oh my goodness. So Gemini, that is big energy for you. We do have that healing of the relationship here, right here with this, you know, the Libra energy is a relationships, healing whatever has made you afraid in relationships or in a particular one right now, letting that energy go. Absolutely gorgeous reading. Very powerful for you, Gemini. I liked this one. This is great. I know you, yeah, I bet. That one, I could feel that one for you because I know you've got that Libra-Gemini combination, and then that Libra card came up. Isn't that something? It's funny how, you know, we're reading for a collective with these, but sometimes they just feel so personal. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. All right, guys, let's get into our next sign. Go ahead and read for Cancer. Ooh, our Cancers, our full moon children. So Cancer, this is always an important time for you. Moon readings are always important for our Cancer folks because you are a lunar ruled sign. Yes. And so this is our new moon cycle beginning today, and we are going into that new moon cycle starting in Aquarius. So this is bringing up innovation, the future, inventiveness, freedom, liberation, all those elements to the surface. And we are building up to the full moon, which occurs in 2 weeks from the new moon. So let's check what we've got for you, Cancer, coming up. I'm going to start with the Moonology deck. Dear angels, guardians, guides, spirit friends, please help us see what we need to tell Cancer. Let's see what they are coming through with for this new moon in Aquarius. What themes, what energies, what messages will be with them for this next 2 weeks. Ooh, I like these. Okay, Cancer. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of lovey energy in a lot of Cancer's readings lately. The first card we've got is the energy is gaining momentum, and there's that waxing moon. And of course, our new moon starts a waxing moon cycle. So the energy around whatever you're working on is gaining, absolutely. And look at this, new moon in Libra energy. A new romantic cycle is beginning for you. For some of my Cancers, there's some fresh new energy coming into your love life, into your relationships. Could be meeting somebody entirely new over this next 2 weeks. Going into the third card, we have confidence is your key to success. So new moon in Leo. Oh my goodness, Cancer, it's time to shine a little brighter. It's time to reinvent yourself a little. This may be telling you as well that it is time to not get down on yourself. And that's a big part of why you may end up inadvertently sabotaging relationships or potential dating situations, because you're not tapping into your fullest consciousness and confidence around yourself. So that is important. Those are the two things gaining in momentum, is your confidence and your self-esteem improving, and also new romantic cycles and energies coming through. So let's get into our Queen of the Moon Oracle. We're going to layer those up over top and get some deeper messages into this read. Ooh, yes. Nice. Very nice. I like this. So on top of the energy gaining momentum and that waxing moon, we do have the card of protection. So Cancer, I do feel that you are protected by spirit, even if you're feeling kind of vulnerable, even if you feel a little bit afraid to break free and continue this journey, you are protected. Spirit does have your back throughout this 2-week process. In the center, look at this. On top of this new romantic cycle, we have wisdom. So to me, and we have a 22 on this, nice master number energy with that waning gibbous. So to me, this is beautiful. I feel like you're really releasing some old lessons or wounds from old relationships of the past. And there's this new energy, new relationship energy, new love energy coming in, new partnership energy coming in. And you're feeling like, I am so much wiser now. I'm ready to make better decisions when it comes to my heart, when it comes to relationships. I've really learned a lot from the past, and now I'm ready to go forward. There she is, climbing the ladder up on those books. There's the lessons having been learned. While the new energy is coming in, the old energy is going out. So it's a really great feeling. And look what we've got. I love this on top of our new moon in Leo for you, Cancer. For, like I said, your self-esteem is growing, your confidence is increasing, and we do yet again, we've got another waning gibbous card with the element of balance. I always get a Libra feeling about this card, which is interesting because you had this Libra card as well, and it looks like a scale, right? It looks like that balance, right? And so to me, I really love that energy, because to me, it again has this feeling of wisdom. It's an older woman that's on this card, and so there is that feeling of wisdom with the ages, right? Same energy, same energy. I love this. So I feel like there are old lessons that have been learned that you're releasing, you're letting go of them, and then there's this new energy. I feel like now that you've come into a greater place of understanding of yourself, you feel better about yourself. That's really what this gives you, is more confidence and a little more self-esteem, but not in any kind of negative way, right? Because the negative side, of course, of Leo could be, you know, negative ego, or you know, being too prideful or things like that. But what it is, this is healthy pride, and it's keeping that in balance. It's that feeling of like, you know what, it's not wrong to be proud of my accomplishments. It's not wrong to be proud of myself if I've worked really freaking hard and I've accomplished something. That's not just good luck. That means I worked for it. That means, you know, I did something to get there. So beautiful read, Cancer. Let's get a blessing on this for you. Let's see what this new moon Aquarius cycle is blessing you with this next 2 weeks. Oh, I love it. Look at this. A blessing on your creativity, Cancer. Oh my goodness. And you know, I love the fact that we had such an energy of Leo and Libra in your read, because both Leo and Libra are very creative signs. And yeah, I think a Cancer is a very creative sign. A lot of people don't realize, but they are. They're very musical. They're very talented. They're very comical. There's a lot of famous Cancer comedians. They're really funny, like in ways that you don't always expect. But this is really saying that whatever creative pursuits over this next 2 weeks, you are blessed, Cancer. You are blessed. So don't be afraid to go out there and flex those creative muscles. Absolutely. Wow. Yes, Francisco, do it. That sounds awesome. That sounds so awesome. Yes, that's what we want to see. Hey there, Bear. Good to see you in the chat. And I saw Ms. Mindful come in too. Yeah, it's earlier. It's earlier for her. She's out on the West Coast. That's what I said. It might be late night owl time for me, but it's earlier. It's earlier for her out there. Yeah. But big love to all my night owls and insomniacs out there. We know who we are. I've always been a night person. My mom is the same darn way. She's up there. She's upstairs eating a salad right now at 11:30. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you so much for that blessing, hon. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into Leo. Oh my goodness, Leo. There was a lot of Leo energy in the Cancer reading we just did. You might want to go check that one out too if you share, you know, any energy with Cancer. So Leo, oh my goodness, this is the new moon in Aquarius, and this is going to be for this next 2 weeks to see what's building, what's coming into your life. I'm telling you, Leo, this is a huge gathering of Aquarius planets that are all hitting your universal 7th house. Can you believe that? Leo, relationship house is off the charts for you right now. And if you are a Leo rising, that's what's going to be in your personal relationship house, is all this Aquarius. So you are definitely getting lit up in that area astrologically. So let's get some cards. I'm going to be using the Moonology and the Queen of the Moon decks tonight. We're doing all Moon Oracle to get some energy around this new moon in Aquarius. Dear angels, ancestors, guardians, let's see what we have, please, for our beautiful Leos out there. What messages do you have for them around what to expect? What's coming towards them? What is building in their life with this new moon in Aquarius over this next 2 weeks? Thank you so much for showing us, Leo. Oh, yeah, nice. Nice energy here, Leo. Be bold and make the first move. Nice cardinal energy there. Ah, love it. So This is time for action, Leo. It's not time to sit back and just totally take it easy. I think that there will be a lot of movement, a lot of energy going forward over this next 2 weeks. And at the same time, there is this time for healing with the balsamic moon coming in. So I think, yeah, there's a lot of action, but there's also a lot of balance between that and getting some healing around your heart. That's why there's so much of a focus on this relationship house for you. Our last card from the Moonology is the new moon in Pisces, and we are getting close to that Pisces energy. We are getting close to Pisces season. So this says meditate and contemplate. So this is also a very peaceful feeling card to me. It's a spiritual energy, of course. It's really renewing the spirit, renewing the soul. And some of the actions that you're taking over this next 2 weeks, Leo, could be very, very focused on healing, on spiritual oneness and balance in yourself or in your relationship dynamics and harmonics. Let's get into the Queen of the Moon Oracle next. We're going to just layer these right on top and see what comes through to deepen these messages. Ooh, yes. Nice. I like it. All of these are full moons. All of these are full moons here, Leo. Just going to point that out right off the bat. So what we're looking at here as we begin this cycle is making the first move, taking the initiative, coming out of this darkness, because this long night moon is that full moon of that winter time, right? That first full moon of winter. It's really cold. It's dark. There's that little bunny sitting there in the corner saying, I really hope that, this is over before, before I know it, because it's chilly out here. It can take some patience and some timing, right? And so right in the center, look at this, another full moon coming up with our Hunter moon, the abundance card. And the Hunter moon is usually our September moon. September getting into August sometime as well. But to me, that could be, coming from a time last year when we had the Hunter moon. It could also be pointing towards this year when we're getting closer to your season, into Leo season. But either way, look at this, a time to heal, and then we've got abundance. So this next 2 weeks, this could be a real focus on healing, something to do with money, something to do with your finances being healed, abundance, prosperity all being healed. And of course, for some of you, it could be relationship as well, because there is such a focus on that area of your chart. And on top of the Pisces new moon card, we are modifying that with the Thunder Moon of Change. Look at that. I believe that's the April full moon, is the Thunder Moon. And that is very strong. To me, it feels very Aquarian, this card, the art on it, because of the lightning, the keyword of change. And Aquarius is about change. This next 2 weeks could be lots of powerful changes. Lots of tower kind of moments where it's a little bit unexpected. You didn't necessarily see it coming. But it's really time to meditate and contemplate on those changes and the changes that you would like to make if you haven't yet made them. Yeah. Nice reading. It's a nice reading, Leo. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power with 3 full moon cards coming out in this read. Let's get into our blessings. Let's see what Leo is being blessed upon with this new moon Aquarius cycle. What are they being given some grace around? Nice. And this is something that's always near and dear to Leo, is their family, and it is a blessing on their family. So Leo, this could be whether it is, biological family, soul family, your fur baby family, because we do have this little horsey in here. It could be all of that, it could be all of that energy, but whatever you consider to be your family and your support network, that's what you're getting the blessing on. And I would say that any kind of difficulty, any kind of healing work that you need to do, tune into the people that you feel the closest to, that you feel that nice deep heart connection with. It's going to help you a lot. because you got a lot of intensity around those relationships. That is a big one right now for y'all. Very, very strong. All right. And thank you, Colin, for that blessing. I saw that just after I started the Leo read, and I didn't get to say thanks, but thank you so much for that. I always appreciate the donations and your energy. All right, let's get into Virgo. Hello, my Virgos. I hope you are all doing awesome out there. Oh my goodness. You know, all this Aquarius energy is putting a ton of energy in your house, your personal 6th house. If you are a Virgo rising, it will be there in your personal house. If you are not, it's going to be in that universal 6th house Virgo. So lots of healing energy, lots of your own energy coming up to the surface, no doubt. So let's get into your Moonology cards. We're going to be doing some oracle to see what's coming through for this next 2 weeks. Your angels, guardians, guides, please be with our beautiful Virgos and show us what you would like them to know around this new moon in Aquarius cycle that's coming up over this next 2 weeks as we build to the full moon. Thank you always so much. And please, let's see Virgo. Wow, I like this. Okay. All right, Virgo. So I would say right here with the energy of this new moon starting, take a little time to breathe out. Take a little time to rest, relax, and de-stress. This is the perfect time of year, Virgo, to do that, to be good to yourself, and also to cleanse and refresh. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Breathe it out. Breathe it out, Virgo. And you know, during this time of year, getting into the Lunar New Year, it's definitely that, it's a spring cleaning feeling. It definitely is. So if you feel drawn to do that, Virgo, go right ahead. The next card, I should line them up like this. This is always nice to see them all together. So the next card we have is the luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So to me, that's new adventures, new things to learn and explore, whether you're doing it on a physical level, mental level, emotional level. And I love the energy of that luck being on your side. So whatever it is that you want to go into, whatever it is that you want to open up, there it is coming through. But I would definitely say make sure you take a little de-stress time before you jump on in. And then we also have as our third card another new moon card. So this new moon in Aquarius, there's a lot of brand new fresh energy coming in with it for you, Virgo. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra, luck is on your side. Oh my goodness. Could be meeting some new folks. And it could be a result of something new that you're pursuing, something new that you're learning. That is definitely fresh new energy for you, Virgo, this next 2 weeks as we build up to your full moon of the year, which is the Virgo full moon, actually. Our full moon later this month is yours. Yes. So let's get into our Queen of the Moon oracle now. Let's just take a few and build on top of these, just deepening the messages up a little bit more for you. Oh, yeah. This is nice. Nice, nice, nice. I can't even... This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at this, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Time to take time to breathe out. And there's that fruition card with the harvest moon. Yeah, our harvest moon is the moon of October. And you're definitely going to be feeling that. And I think that, you know, what's important about taking time to relax and release is that you're allowing the universe to bring good things to you. If you're hunting them down and chasing them down all the time, it's hard to bring in, you know, that new energy. It's hard to, you know, reap the harvest That may be very much what you feel like you're doing. Right in the center on top of luck is on your side. We have patience, right? And so, you know, that's something that's definitely important to pay attention to, because if, you know, over the next 2 weeks, if you say, hey, Ariel, where's all my good luck? I thought it was happening this next 2 weeks. There could be a patience element for some of you, right? And it may not be for all. For some of you, some really great things could start happening over these 2 weeks. But for some of you, it means that the way is being paved for it too. And that is our green corn moon. Yeah, it's letting the corn build. It's letting it grow and having faith that you're going to get there. Very, very nice. So right on our outcome, check it out. On top of this new romantic cycle, look at that. Look at that realization card. Oh my goodness. Stepping from one state of being to another, realizing it, manifesting it, bringing it into reality there, Virgo. And that's a waxing crescent. So it really is the beginning of something new. If for those of you who start a new relationship over this next couple weeks, this is powerful stuff. And notice that the shape of this door is a giant keyhole. So you literally are opening the door to something very new, something very positive. I love it. Ooh, nice read. I feel a lot of good connections in it. So we got a lot, like the harvest, the green corn moon, the patience, the work, the realization, the manifestation after the work and the patience. Ah. Let's get a blessing on this for you, Virgo. Let's see what this new moon cycle over this next 2 weeks is blessing you on. Nice, nice. Look at this. A blessing on your love, Virgo. Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's some definite love energy in this for you. I mean, look at that. Look at that new romantic cycle, the realization, a blessing on your love. All right, Virgo, things are heating up. Things are heating up in your world. I love it. Yeah. Go get it, Virgo. Go get it. Nice. Many abs there. Yes, Yui, I know. They always make these folks like way too good looking. Whenever my mom goes through my cards, like if I've got a new deck and she wants to see like the different artwork, she's so funny. She's like, oh, hello, Mr. Good Looking. Or Mrs. Good Looking. Because, you know, it's like all the men and the women, they usually look really hot. My mom cracks me up. She's so funny. She's so funny with that. 80 years old and she's saying stuff like that. It's the best. All right. Yeah, there's a couple of decks I should go through just for hilarity's sake. Like, I should totally live stream with her when I'm like reviewing the artwork on some of the decks of the, because she's just like, ooh, she's like, I want to meet this guy. She's like, is that the guy I get to meet? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I don't know. I see people talking about 1930s pinups. You know what's actually really hilarious is that my mom's dad's sisters, that would be my great aunts, or would be my great aunt. No, that'd be her aunt, my great aunt. Yeah. Now back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, like my mom's dad's sisters were into modeling and a little bit of acting, and they lived in New York City, yeah, in the 20s, 30s, and early 40s. And we have some old pictures of them in like you know, like glamour shots of the day, like their print shots, and it's so funny. Like they have the little hairdo and you know the little shaved eyebrows and the whole thing. It's just it's really funny. But they were into, they did print modeling and a little bit of acting back then. Probably my great aunt's biggest claim to fame is she had a part in an old Claude Rains movie. Yeah. It was very small. It wasn't anything big, but she was like an extra. She was one of the background folks in a Claude Rains movie. So funny. But yeah. Yeah, we have some funny stuff in our family. I should definitely show you those pictures sometimes. They're really funny. Like they're really cute. They're very cute. They had great teeth. That's the thing. I got the good teeth from my mom's side of the family. I always joke, but they did. They had really good teeth on her side of the family. They were super cute. Very just did the glamour girl thing. You know, it's like that kind of glamour that existed back then, you know. Yeah. Yeah. The fancy stuff, the fancy outfits and the hairdos. No, I know my mom does not look 80. My mom last night, she was like, "Do you think I could date a guy who's 60?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you totally could. You totally could." Yeah. No, we age weird in my family. We do. We age really weird. She's a Capricorn too. Yeah, oh, Ms. Mindful. I know, the whole pinup era. Yeah. Well, it's that kind of like the old Hollywood glamour, you know, that old Hollywood glamour. And that's very much like, yeah, they did that modeling in my family. My would have been my grandfather's sisters, my great aunts. Um, they were doing that back in the day. We found some of their old photographs and like prints from magazines that they were in, you know, just clothing modeling and just different stuff that they did. It's really funny. Hey there, Gary. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. We're just about to do Libra, right after we stopped talking about 1930s models. But yeah, that's part of my family. It's part of my family thing. Is yeah, we had a few of those gals doing the thing. Very cute. It's very cute. Fun facts. All right, my darlings, we have got the Libras in the house. I hope Libra is doing awesome. Libra, I think you are one of the signs that, of course, is getting some of the biggest green lighting from all of this energy of Aquarius. We've got 6 now, 6 planets. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, in Aquarius, Libra, very, very intense. And so for Libra, that's activating your universal 5th house. Yeah, that's what that would be doing. Yep, yep. So that Leo house is really getting energized. And if you are a Libra rising, that is also activating, you know, your personal 5th house. So there is just an incredible amount of Aquarian energy bouncing around right now. And this reading is for the new moon in Aquarius that starts tonight, no matter where you are in the world. It may be a little different. And also getting into this next 2 weeks as we build up to the new moon, because those waxing moon phases that start with the new moon are all about building and progress and things moving forward. So let's see what we've got, Libra. Let's see what's coming through. Dear angels, dear ancestors, beings of light, please show us what you have for our beautiful Libras out there. Share whatever messages that they need to know around this new moon energy. Whatever that may be coming towards them, what is growing, what is progressing, over this next 2 weeks. Please show us Libra. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so Libra, first card out is have faith in your dreams with the waxing crescent moon. So you really are in the right energy for this, because this is the waxing moon that's going to be starting, and this is reminding you not to give up on your dreams, on your visions, and on the things that you want to manifest. Right in the center, we have hold your vision, which is the fixed moon energy. So yet again, this is really saying to you, Libra, don't give up. Don't let go of your vision. Don't let go of your dreams. Don't let go of the things that you feel like, well, maybe this is just pie in the sky. Maybe it's just not going to work out the way that I would like it to. But it really is saying, don't turn it loose, Libra. You know, don't do the Libra thing where you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm weighing it one side, I'm weighing the other side. No, it's like, just stick with it. Stick with it. Conclusions are within reach. So I do feel like a lot of the answers, a lot of the solutions, and a lot of the conclusions are going to start to become more obvious over this next 2 weeks. Full moon eclipse, right? And that's a power, supercharged, you know, full moon, right? So it's really, to me, saying that some powerful answers, some powerful conclusions are well within reach for you, Libra. This is a powerful new moon cycle for you because it is starting out with an air sign, and it is a fellow mutual energy. Yeah, I know. Anytime I talk about choices and decisions, Libras are like, don't tell me that. One of my best friends is a Libra, and she's like, don't talk to me about decisions. She's like, I don't do that. All right, so Libra, let's get into the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's get a little bit deeper on these messages. We're just going to lay these right on top of these 3 cards. See what more we might have for you. Ooh, another handsome man. I can just hear my mom now. Ooh, a naked guy. But here's this divine masculine energy, Libra. And so often I think that Libra energy can be a balance between you know, the divine masculine and divine feminine. And I think the divine masculine is coming through on your reading more strongly here, Libra, because it's saying, don't lose faith in your dreams. Be more assertive about it, right? Be a little bit more of that kind of leadership energy that comes through with the divine masculine, the lunar god, right? So it's that, you know, that more masculine sign of the lunar energy, and it's part of your balance. So, you know, Libra, if you've been really strongly, you know, into your divine feminine side, this could really be Spirit saying, remember to balance with your divine masculine, which is your leadership side, which is that more assertive, like, I'm going to get what I want, King of Wands, you know, kind of emperor energy, right? Look at this in the center. This is a big one for you, Libra. We have the boundaries card sitting on top of hold your vision. So I also feel that if anybody is overstepping their bounds and they're not treating you right, or they're just not honoring your boundaries, this is also time to put those up, right? And that takes more of that masculine energy as well, to say, no, I'm going to put up my nice energetic protective bubble, and I'm only letting good energy come through that bubble. And if you're not going to bring good energy, out. You're not getting in the bubble. Simple as that. Hold your vision, hold your ground there, Libra. Don't let them in. If there's somebody in your life that, you know, you have a little bit of a weak spot for, we all have them. No judgment here, Libra. We all have those folks that we're just like, oh, you know, even though we know they're kind of crap, even though they're kind of like emotional junk food, they might taste good for a minute, but then it's like, why did I eat that? Yeah, those kind of people. Those are the kinds you don't want to let in. Those are the kinds you want to be real careful about, because those are the types that can get in there. Yeah. All right, so into the next stage here, Libra. On top of those conclusions, we have the void. So I really feel this is kind of giving you a bit of a clean sweep energy with this new moon in Aquarius coming in, because there is your clean slate. There is that dark moon right between the new, you know, the very ending of the old phase and the new phase. And so I feel like the answers that you get, the answers that you receive, the visions that come through, and the solutions that come through over this next 2 weeks for you, Libra, it really gives you this feeling of like, I've got a clean slate. I can start over again. I can really refresh something about my life. Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're starting all over. Not necessarily. Sometimes it just means that a better new energy, just like in a relationship, sometimes it just needs a little kick. It needs a little spice. It needs a little lightning, a little fire in it, just like anything, right? And so I feel that that's what it's really giving you. But a lot of this comes as you honoring yourself, Libra. This next 2 weeks, definitely connecting with the divine masculine. No matter who you are, no matter what you align with the most strongly, the masculine side of yourself is what's really, really coming through. And I really do feel that it's all about you being a little more assertive, you know, putting your stick in the sand, drawing that line and saying, this you don't cross this. You don't cross this line. You honor yourself, right? It's beautiful. It's a great balance, because Libra, when you're balanced within yourself, then all of your relationships, you know, become more balanced as well. And that is so important to all my Libras, is their relationships. So let's get into a blessing for you, Libra. What are you being blessed on through this next 2 weeks? What is coming in from the universe for you? Oh, that is so sweet. And it's a number 11, a blessing on the children. So Libra, whether you have, you know, a sweet fur baby, you have little pets in your life, whether you have biological children, whether you're a parental type figure to other people's children, or you're a teacher. There's a lot of Libra teachers out there. This is really blessing those who are touched, affected, and loved and cared for by you. Wow. And it's just, I think it's giving you a lot more of that kind of leadership ability, because when you honor yourself, when you honor your boundaries, the kiddos see it. The younger ones see it. The animals feel it. They all feel it, right? They know. They know. And then they embody what they see you doing. You're leading by example, Libra. Oh my goodness. Yeah, fur babies. That's me. I got 3 furry bun babies. I got my bunny babies. My kids have long ears and fluffy tails. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness. Beautiful reading, Libra. That is a beautiful reading. I think it's a very empowering reading. I really do. This next 2 weeks, a very empowering cycle for you coming in. Yeah. Oh, nice markers. You have birds? I used to keep birds. I kept lots of parakeets. Oh, you're welcome, Yu-Yi. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I always love reading for the Libras. They're so much fun. So much fun. I have so many good Libra friends. They're just wonderful people. Oh, yard birds. Oh, I have yard birds. Absolutely. I'm getting ready to do the great backyard bird count. Starts tomorrow. Anybody that's doing that. I think that both the Audubon Society and the Cornell University, the Ornithology Lab, nice mountain bluebirds. Those are beautiful. Planting radishes. Eric, do you love radishes? He's mentioned it a few times, so I have to ask if he loves the radishes. Wow, over 100? That's incredible. Right now we're getting giant flocks of robins and red-winged blackbirds. They come in huge amounts. You could count well over 100. Oh, that's so funny, Eric. My dad was crazy about radishes. It was almost a bit of a joke because none of the rest of us really cared that much for them. They're good, but it's not like something I seek out. But my dad was crazy about radishes. He loved the crunchiness. Like he just, oh my gosh, that's hilarious that you love. My dad loved radishes and green onions and regular onions and all kinds of beans, black-eyed peas, all kinds of beans, tomatoes, okra, cucumbers. Um, he loved food. I can't even say how much he loved food. I mean, that was his thing. He loved his food, but radishes were a special little funny favorite of his, and he always wanted them in a salad. He always wanted them as part of any kind of raw veggie tray. Always with the radish. So cute. So cute. Radishes are good for you. They really are. I agree, Lovecraft. Food is love. I think that's really why I love to cook and why I enjoy it, you know, because I grew up with a dad who just loved to cook, you know, and he was always very happy. Here he is with his, I showed this earlier, with his fried chicken. This was in 2006, and I had come home. I wasn't living in Atlanta at the time, and I'd come home for a visit, and of course, he had to make his fried chicken, and he's just so proud. You know, he's like, I can just hear him. I can hear him now. This is going to be a great batch of fried chicken. He was so proud of his cooking. It was just something he loved to do. And yeah, Eric, there you go. Radishes. That's it. Yeah. Oh, I love tacos. Pozole, Francisco. Yeah, that was another thing. My dad was crazy about good Mexican food. Oh my goodness. There was a place that we went to together called Mi Casa, and it was like family owned. It was like a small business. I hope they're doing okay. I haven't been there in a while. But boy, oh, their food was good. Every time we went there, my dad would get the Spanish rice, 2 tacos, and a bean burrito. Every time that was his order, and a sweet tea. I love all of that. It's just like so good. They were like the best. The best. I started getting them to teach me some Spanish while I was there. I was like, please, I need to learn to speak something other than English. And Irish, which nobody else speaks. Oh, Silver Star, I can see you. I can see your text. But sometimes that does happen when I'm live streaming. Sometimes that will happen where suddenly I can't see the text coming up. It's very odd. I don't know what makes that happen. Oh, my dad, he was an Aquarius. Born in the Chinese Year of the Snake, so I always jokingly called him the Snake. He was also a Scorpio moon and rising, so boy, he had some depth, even though he had so much. He had 3 planets in Aquarius, Sun, Venus, and Mercury, but then he had that Scorpio. My dad had more squares in his chart than I've ever seen in anyone's chart. He had 15, which is a lot. That's a lot. He used to come to my astrology classes and pull out his chart, and he would say, who's got more squares than mine? He would just joke. He's like, hey, I bet nobody's got more squares in their chart than I do. I'm like, you got that right, Dad. Oh, I was teaching my you asked what I learned in Spanish. I learned the difference between rooster and hen, because gallo is rooster and gallina is the hen. Because I was at, and then pollo is like all chicken. It's kind of interesting because in a lot of languages there's differences between the feminine and masculine. And conejo is rabbit in Spanish. Conejo. Conejo es su amigo. Yes. I love languages. I'm actually, that's like my superpower in my astrology chart, is I have Uranus in my ninth house, which makes me actually really quite good at language. It just is a matter of like sitting down and learning. And I love to be able to hear, you know, native speakers actually speak it, because it just, you're gonna pick it up so much better, because they can tell you what you're doing wrong or doing right. They can tip you off to all like the slang, and you know, because it's that way with like with speaking English, and you know, like it's better to learn from someone who really speaks the language. Yeah, conejos. Yes, yes, bunnies. Ah. It's really interesting to me because in Irish, conin, or conini for plural, is for rabbit, and it's actually really similar to Spanish, which you wouldn't think it would be because it's Irish Gaelic, but conini is rabbits in Irish. And then in like in the UK there is that slang about calling rabbits conies. Like if you've seen Lord of the Rings, he talks about you got yourself a brace of conies. That means you got yourself a couple of rabbits. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really interesting how different languages connect. And then in France it's lapin, which is like what? But that has the more Latin root, because in, you know, rabbits are lepus, leporidae, lapin. Makes sense in French. I don't know where the coney thing came in, but other people picked up on that one. Yeah. Hair raisin. There you are. Yeah. Got more Saggy energy in the house. Well, let's go ahead and get back into our readings, guys. I can get quickly sidetracked as we get we have lots of interest here in the chat besides just astrology and tarot, which is awesome, you know, but it's like we can just talk forever because we have a lot of interest out there. I know, and I love hearing what everybody likes and what everybody's interested in. I dig it. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, see? Galicia in Spain, and it's different. They have Gaelic roots. It's right. Yes. And they even have like in Galicia, they have what's called Galician pipes. And they're a lot like Irish bagpipes, Scottish bagpipes. Yes. It's this is wild, isn't it? It's really fascinating. Yeah. The Celts got all over the dang place. They just freaking went everywhere. Eating potatoes and dancing a jig. Yeah, Gallic, right. Not Gaelic, Gallic. Yeah. Yeah. Or garlic, which I also like. I'm not going to say no to garlic. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dana, you're a wood rabbit? Yes. I can't wait. We're going to talk all about the Chinese astrology tomorrow night when we get in here. That's going to be super fun. It's kind of interesting. We have such a cluster of things happening because we get the new moon in Aquarius, which was tonight, and then tomorrow is our Lunar New Year because of that. And then it just keeps going. Like there's just thing after thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's always a lot of stuff, but I'm excited. I'm so happy for the new year changing. So let's go ahead and get back into our signs. Let's get into Scorpio. And Scorpio, I know that this is definitely a more challenging time of the year, especially with all this stuff in Aquarius. I was just talking to my moderator, Amber, a few nights ago, and she is a lot of Scorpio, and she's like, I can't stand all this Aquarius business. It's driving us. The Scorpios are not like real fond of it most of the time. Some of them sail through it pretty good, but just like for Taurus, Aquarius does square you. Aquarius is a sign that squares Taurus and Scorpio because Taurus and Scorpio are on that polarity, right? And it sits right in the middle of them and creates that square angle. So this is why Aquarian energy is definitely more challenging. And absolutely, when it comes to Scorpio, you're going to feel that. So, you know, Francisco, if you're a Scorpio rising, you're going to definitely feel this Aquarius energy is a lot of pressure because it's going to be crossing over your soul line. Yeah. So that's really what it is. you know, it's putting a lot of pressure on my Scorpios. The thing that's good about squares, though, Scorpio, is that they are very motivating. They really do get us moving. They really do get things happening. And so if you've been feeling kind of stagnant and you've been really trying to get some things put into motion, even if it's kind of a pressure feeling that it's coming from, it will get put into motion. And it's really a good thing. Hey, Daisy, good to see you. All right, let's get into it, Scorpio. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have, please, for our Scorpios for this new moon in Aquarius energy coming in today. And what's coming in for this next 2 weeks? What's building? What's coming towards them? What are they going to be working with throughout this next 2 week cycle as we build up to the full moon? Please show us, Scorpio. I like this. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, so much nice water energy for you, Scorpio. Beautiful. Meditate and contemplate is the first card coming up. New moon in Pisces energy. So I would say this is perfect advice, Scorpio, especially if this energy is just tense, if it's challenging, if it's really difficult and it's really putting you in that rock and a hard place. It's time to do the Pisces thing and do a little escape swim action. Definitely. Meditate, contemplate, get into that reflective space. I love that this is a new moon card, though, because we are going into a new moon cycle. So it is giving you that refresh energy. It's like, try new things that you haven't tried before. If you haven't, say, tried a certain type of meditation, or if you have, you know, for you, and because it is in a water sign, it's very supportive. It gives you a lot of support. In the center, second card here, Scorpio, is going to be the new moon in Cancer. Yet another new moon card coming out, and another fellow water sign. Again, more good support for you. You and your loved ones are safe. So if you've been feeling kind of shaky, kind of ungrounded, kind of vulnerable, a little bit like a scorpion or a crab without its shell, this is really reminding you that you are protected. For some Scorpios, you may take this another step. I mean, this could even be saying, you know what, I'm going to put in a home alarm or a home security system or something like that if you're feeling really vulnerable within your home, right? I mean, that's not for all of you, obviously, but there is a little bit of that feeling, that very protective kind of feeling. And so I love that we have the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So Scorpio, remember that even though we're dealing with a lot of fixed energy, and that's coming from not only your sign, but coming from all this Aquarius energy we're bringing in, both fixed signs, there's coming in this mutable moon, which is the most flexible signs, right? That's our Pisces, that's our Virgos, our Gemini, our Sagittarius. Those are our mutable signs. And so remember to be flexible. Nothing is yet set in stone that cannot be changed, Scorpio. Just go with the flow. Don't get so stuck in your head or in your, stubborn emotions, because there is thing for you. Scorpio and Taurus, you can both get real stuck, right, in those deep emotions. And this is reminding you, go with the flow. You're being given all this water. We've even got water right here in that mutable card. So it's like, go with the currents, go with the flow. Let things go that need to be let go of. Don't hold on too hard this next couple weeks, Scorpio, to particular ideas, right? So let's get what we get into the Queen of the Moon Oracle here, Scorpio. Let's deepen these messages up a little bit more. Let's see what else Spirit might have to say for you on these. Ooh, yes. What did I say? Scorpio, it is about release. It is about purging things out. There's that beautiful waning moon with release on it. So it's like whatever needs to be surrendered. Look at those little butterflies, Scorpio. You are a sign of transformation. Whatever needs to be surrendered back to the universe. And you may be feeling like, well, I don't really want to work on that too hard, but you don't. If you're doing this meditation, contemplating, being in that reflective space, it naturally happens. It naturally happens, Scorpio. And this could also be one of those things where the universe is getting you into that place. Because Scorpio, you are a powerful sign and you don't like to feel weak. But a lot of us are feeling very weak right now because of what's going on in the world. Sometimes the universe puts us in that place of helplessness so that we will surrender to the divine, so that we will realize our power is coming from the divine. And that may be part of what you experience as well. That may be part of it. Right in the center, on top of this new moon in Cancer, we have the assessing card. So yet again, like I said, you may be thinking some things over about where you want to live, how you want to live. I keep getting that sense of like, some Scorpios are going to be setting up a security system on their house. I don't know what that's about, but you might be doing it. I just get that feeling. It's like you're really looking out. You're really watching out for the home, the family, the nest has got to be safe. You want to make sure to protect you and your loved ones. And I really feel like the universe is doing that for you, but you're also like, let me check. Let me see. What can I do to make that even more solid? Yeah. You're really thinking your plans over. Here in the outcome, though, I love it. There we have our worm moon. That's the first full moon of the springtime with the keyword of faith. Nothing's yet set in stone. Scorpio, trust in the universe, trust in the divine tides and timing. There she is, Mother Earth, getting ready to birth something amazing, right? And so that's why it is. It's like we can't push the river. We can't rush things faster than they're going to come. Scorpio, like I said, this Aquarius energy can really feel like you're in a rock, stuck in a rock and a hard place sometimes. And so a lot of this is about release. It's about contemplation, reflection, and being very flexible, as much as possible, being flexible and trusting in those processes, trusting in where the divine is taking you. Easier said than done, I know, but those are some beautiful messages. They truly are. So let's get into a blessing for you, Scorpio. What is the universe blessing you on for this next 2-week cycle, starting with this Aquarius new moon? Look at that. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, this is a powerful reading. In spite of all this square energy, I feel like you're very blessed indeed. Look at this, a blessing on the waters. A blessing of the waters. Yeah. So to me, it's like there's your element. And you had all these water sign cards coming through here. So I feel like sometimes maybe you feel, Scorpio, that you really have to hide your deeper emotions and that you feel kind of weak if you let them out. But I feel like your emotions are being blessed. Your tears are being blessed. Whatever you need to release, go ahead and do it. Don't be afraid. Crying, revealing your vulnerability, it doesn't make you weaker. It actually makes you stronger. And it helps you to purge things out. It helps you to release what you need to release. So you yourself are blessed. You yourself are very blessed. You are a beautiful, very deep water sign. And I think that the universe is going to be blessing you the more that you can just step into that vulnerability and let it out, babe. Let it out. It's gorgeous. All right. That was awesome. An incredible, incredible watery reading for Scorpio. Oh, y'all are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. Let's get it. We're so ready for Sagittarius. I see my Sagittarians out there in the chat. I hope you guys are doing great. I think this is a powerful time for Sagittarius. I truly do, because all this Aquarian energy is very positive for you. It opens up a lot of doors of opportunity and it gets things moving again for you guys. So let's see what we have for you. Oh my goodness. Communication is key. And for those of my Sagittarius rising folks out there, yeah, communication even bigger. Let's see what we've got. This is going to be for the starting new moon in Aquarius in this next 2 weeks ahead. What is the universe bringing in for my Sagittarius? Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, Let's see what we have for our beautiful Sagittarians out there. Show us what they will be working with and what Spirit will be bringing through to them over this next 2 weeks as we build up to this full moon. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, Sagittarius, you're in your own reading. I knew you would be. Look at this. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Hello, everyone. I'm telling you, something big is coming forward for you over this next 2-week cycle. Look at the big picture, Sagittarius. That is usually what you do because you are ruled by the ultimate planet of expansion, Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aquarius as well. What a surprise. We've got 6 planets in that sign right now. So this is all about looking at the big picture, guys. Don't get stuck into the itty teeny weeny bitty details. Oh my goodness. Next up, we have the Aries new moon energy with its time to take action. So I do feel that things are moving forward. Absolutely. And this, of course, to me, new moon and Aries energy, we're not that far away from our Aries new moon, right? Next new moon is going to be Pisces. And then after that, it's Aries. So we're not that far away from it, really. About two cycles, 2-month cycles away from that new moon in Aries. But to me, this is all about your personal identity. It's about who you are, loving yourself, taking the lead, putting yourself at the head of the line sometimes, Sagittarius, especially if it's something that you have needed to do for a while. And then we have hold your vision, that fixed moon energy. So to me, this is really keeping your eyes on the prize, going towards what you want. Don't waver on it, Sagittarius. Don't let someone talk you out of it, right? If it's something that you really, really want, go get it. Go get it. If it's something that you really want, desire, and need, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Yeah. Even if it takes time, even if it takes a little time, right, Sagittarius? It's like you'd rather have what you really, really want rather than letting someone, it's like when you go out to buy a car and you know what kind you want, you know what color you want, you know what year you want, you know all of it. And then you get on this stupid lot and this guy's like talking you down. And if you let them do that, you'll walk away with something entirely different than what you wanted. And you're just going, why did I let that happen? And so that's what I feel with this, is it's like you've got what you want in your mind and see the big picture of where that's going to take you, right? And do what's right for you, not for someone else. Do what's right for you. If you don't do what's right for you, it's not going to be right for anyone else anyway, you know, because you won't be happy and then they won't be happy. That's the way it is. All 4 legs. That's right, Francisco. All right. All right, Saggy, let's pull some cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. We're going to get some deeper messages on all of these cards. Wow! You got a powerful reading here, Sagittarius. Holy cow. So, long, dark night of the soul. Some of y'all been through it. There's that long night's moon, that darkness moon. This is the moon that we've passed through already. Coldest full moon, yes. So to me, you've really come through a time. You've come through a time and you have really pulled into what's the bigger picture. And, you know, I think a lot of the energy that we're dealing with right now is kind of forcing us into that. It's forcing us into that feeling of like, narrowing the vision, getting rid of the excess, and really seeing things much more clearly. That's a big part of what's been happening with all of this, right? It's this process of like really having to sit still with ourselves because we're not able to go out and do all the things that we used to do that distracted us from dealing with our mind, right? Dealing with our own true mind and heart. And so that's what we're really working on now. So right in the center, look at this, snow moon, the purity moon. This is the full moon of February that we're building up to. That's why I feel like this is very immediate. And this to me is purification. It's letting go of anything that's not you, that's not true to who you are. It's like a spiritual detox. It's beautiful. Oh, Sagittarius. So to me, it's like you're really cleansing and clearing. You might be working on getting rid of any literal or metaphorical roadblocks that are kind of standing in the way of you getting what you want. That may be something you're really dismantling over this next 2 weeks. And look what we're building up to. Change. We've got that thunder moon. Oh my goodness. I believe this is, like I said, the full moon of April. And to me, I feel a lot of Aquarian energy in the artwork of this card because of all that lightning, crash, boom, bang. It's a little bit of that tower, right? Unexpected change. Things that are very inspiring, things that get your mind excited again, right? And it comes from holding that vision, you know? In spite of all the changes, in spite of all the things, it's like the vision stays the same. The form it takes may change, right? But the vision itself, that doesn't change. It's like what you have for what you want to see manifest. But this is powerful. I feel like Sagittarius has got a lot of good things coming. A lot of dynamic things coming, which they really need. They need that. They need that shift. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get a blessing on this for Sagittarius, please. Let's see what is coming in to bless you, what you're being blessed on during this next 2-week cycle. Look at that. Oh my goodness, here comes Mr. Good Looking. But a blessing on your love. A blessing on your love and your creativity. This is that Cernunnos energy, right? Green man kind of energy in this card. So it's not just on relationships. It's also on what you love. Who you love, what you love, who loves you, what you put your passion and your heart and your strength into. I love that. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. Yes. We know Sagittarians are that sexy. We know they are. We know. My little rock stars. They are. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome, Harrison. You do it. Oh, music is so healing. It's what I just, yeah. Music is extremely healing. Oh, you're lucky. That's great. That's great. Nice. I know. See? Harrison's going to be a punk rocker. She already is. She's just getting to manifest it now. It's always so great when the outside catches up with the inside. That's the truth. That's the truth. Saturn and Sagittarius in 2017, finally paying off for Saggy. Yeah, I do feel that, Dana. That is true. And I would say that, you know, it's sort of like that last 3 years that we had for Capricorn, you know, finally coming to an end, and it moving into Aquarius is starting to get back into a really positive aspect for Sagittarius. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, Hildy, I'm sorry I didn't message you, sweetheart. I've been up and I've been cleaning the house. Like a crazy dragon. I've been cleaning the house. Oh, thanks, Harrison. You rock. Yeah, I did a ton of house cleaning to get ready for the new year. I will be doing a lot more of that over the next week or two, because, you know, this is a great time to clean house, literally and spiritually and emotionally. It's just a great cleansing time to really do that. It already feels better. Like, oh, I did lots of sage and incense and some ritual work and candles, and also just literal cleaning, doing laundry, vacuuming, you know, just getting stuff done. Yeah, getting stuff done in the house. All right, my Capricorns. I don't know if my Capricorns are still here, if they've all gone to bed. A lot of my Capricorns have to work early in the morning. I know that, so I don't, it's fine if you needed to go to sleep, Capricorn. But you are up. You are up. This is the Aquarius new moon, Capricorn. So last month, of course, was our new moon cycle. So now we're one up, and that's getting into, guess what? Our universal money house. Our Taurus house is what's being activated on a universal level. Oh, Capricorn. Yes, ka-ching, ka-ching. It's all about that coin for the goats. You may very much feel that right now. So Capricorn, let's see what we have coming through for you. This is the next 2 weeks as we build up to the full moon. So this is that waxing moon cycle, starting with this new moon in Aquarius. And new moon in Aquarius brings in things of the future, elements of the future, elements of what you want to progress towards as we go forward. So dear angels, divine spirits, guardians, guides, ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Capricorns out there for this new moon Aquarius cycle for this next 2 weeks. Please show us anything that you want Capricorn to know about. Thank you as always for so much of your help in showing us Capricorn. Thank you. Oh, oh, Capricorn, what a beautiful reading already. It makes me smile as a Capricorn. You're very close to achieving your goal. Look at that with the gibbous moon. Check it out, Capricorn. And a lot of my goats, I tell you, all have been working hard. You've been putting in the extra hours, the extra time. You have been working like nuts. You have been hoofing it up that mountain again and again. So yeah, this is really telling you, you are on the right path. So don't give up. What do you need to release along the way? Look at that waning moon. And Capricorn, you might feel even more empowered after this full moon happens later this month. You know, in 2 weeks, we have the full moon, and after that, there's the waning moon. So this may be the trigger where it says, what is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you can't take into the future with you? That's what I really feel, because Aquarius is a sign of the future. And this is really saying it's like you're close to achieving your goal, but what's holding you back? What do you need to release along the way here? But look at what's coming. Look at what's coming. We're going to go through these. We've got head with this new moon in Taurus. It may be a new way that you're working your business, a new project that you get involved in, laying a new foundation with someone or somewhere. But I think that things are really going to turn out well for you. There really just is this middle step. It's like there's this middle part of this journey where it's like you're on the right track, Capricorn. What is it that you can release? What are you willing to let go of, right? You know how it is, Capricorn, when you're on your little mountain and you're hiking up the hill, sometimes there might be something in your backpack that gets a little too heavy and you're realizing, hey, I didn't need this in the first place. Are you willing to take it out of there and let it go? Even if it was something maybe you thought was going to be really helpful, but it turned out to just be more of a liability. Yeah, Capricorn, sometimes you gotta be willing to turn some things loose to get where you're going a little faster. So let's see what we have. On top of this, we're going to deepen these messages up with our Queen of the Moon Oracle. See a few more messages for Capricorn, please. Oh, yes, Capricorn. I'm feeling, oh, you're growing. You're growing. Things are getting good. Things are getting real good. Check this out. Right on top of you're close to achieving your goals, we have that warm moon coming through yet again, that faith card, first full moon of the springtime. So when we get into April, Capricorn, you may feel that this is even more true. Like that's when things really start to take root. But I really feel this card is such a reminder to not give up, have faith, believe in the divine. Don't give up, Capricorn, because, you know, you've been working hard. And a lot of you are just sitting there going, when in the world is this going to pay off? I know that feeling. So right in the center, on top of our what do you need to release card, we have protection. And I do feel that part of why you're afraid to release some things is because it's going to make you feel kind of vulnerable. It might make you feel like you don't have the most solid, you know, grounding underneath your little hooves. But this is really important. You know, this is reminding you, Capricorn, you are still protected. You're still blessed. You're still going to be okay, even if you let go some of those things that have been weighing you down. That's the thing in Capricorn. It's like they can be so good at routine and consistency, and you can count on them because, you know, when they give their word, they're going to keep their word. They're very dependable. But the bad thing about that sometimes is that Capricorns get so stuck to a certain way of doing it, or sticking to something so much that they don't always see when they need to change it and when it could actually get better. So yeah, that can be the fine tuning there, Capricorn. It's not that you don't want to be loyal, reliable, all that stuff, but there may be a better way to do what you're doing. There may be a better way. But look at what we have coming out here. Even the colors are very similar. Absolutely gorgeous. We have this harvest moon with fruition, and prosperity leads ahead with this new moon and Taurus energy. Capricorn, I feel like the next 2 weeks you're going to get on a much better track to manifestation, fruition, prosperity, abundance. But I also feel that a lot of new cycles of prosperity are being started, and some of these will come full circle when we do have that harvest moon in October. Just saying. You may feel this, you know, you may feel an immediate benefit this next 2 weeks, but I get a feeling that for a lot of you, you're going to be feeling an even stronger benefit later this year. Yeah, it's just the feeling, because a lot of your plant seeds. Capricorn's always planning. They're always planning ahead for the future. So it's like you could probably have some good things happening, you know, very short term, but you also have them happening long term. That's what I feel. Yeah. So let's get a blessing card on this, Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit is blessing you on for this cycle. Oh, yes, Capricorn, a blessing on your family. Capricorns are very much about their family. They really, really are. And I love that we have like a little unicorn action going on, because unicorns have been associated with goats, interestingly enough, throughout time. And so to me, it's like it's saying, you know, whether it's your biological family, soul family, fur baby family, whoever it is, your family is being blessed. You don't have to worry too much about them. You might be feeling kind of like worried about your family, worried like, are they going to be okay? Are we all going to be okay together? Is it going to be all right? But they are. They're going to be okay. And Spirit is really bringing in an extra blessing and extra beneficence for them, and you, of course, in the mix, Capricorn, as a group. I love that. Yeah, I got my little unicorn, baby. Yeah. So nice. All right, my Capricorns. Yeah. Love my goats. I love being a goat. Oh, look, I just had to peek. Resilience. Capricorn. Woo! And on the bottom, look at that. We got double Taurus energy. Oh, Capricorn, you are a resilient little critter. Got a little bit of 10 of Wands energy going on. That's what I feel for Capricorn right now. It's like you're really on. A lot of Capricorns are feeling like, I'm on that last stretch. I'm on that last stretch. I just got to get there. Just got to get there. Yep. Sometimes I really should always look at the bottom of the cards, because sometimes like I look at the bottom and I'm like, that is just even more like amazing. Like that. Like that was, we had that that Taurus energy, you know, back to back. It's like, where in the world? Yeah. Kind of interesting. Yeah. Just saying. Just saying. Little synchronicities like that. Oh, you're welcome, Krista. Oh, I needed it too. It's definitely I've been feeling it. I have absolutely been feeling it. Hey there, Amber. Oh, hey, all my late nighters coming out. It's not too late at where you are, but you know, I'm a night owl, so I'm hooting it up over here. All right, my darlings, we just got 2 more left. Just 2 more signs left. So let's go ahead and get it. Aquarius. Aquarius, you are the one on fire right now. It is the new moon in your sign, and we are going into this next 2 weeks ahead on that energy, building up to our full moon in Virgo. So I hope all my Aquarians are doing great out there. We have got so much energy right now, 6 planets in your sign at this moment. So let's see what we've got. This is just jam-packed into that first house for you. And for those of us like me who are an Aquarius rising, oh yeah, it's all happening in that first house. Crazy amount of energy going on. So let's see what we've got. Dear angels, guardians, guides, ancestors, let's see what we have, please, for Aquarius. Please show us what you have got coming through for them for this next 2-week cycle, starting with the new moon in their sign. And show us anything that you would like for them to be aware of, what you are bringing in, what's progressing, what's building over this next 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh boy. Check it out. The end of a tough cycle approaches, Aquarius, with that full moon Capricorn energy. Interestingly enough, of course, because we just passed through the Capricorn cycle, which probably was pretty challenging for our Aquarians out there. So that's what's coming up first. Second card coming in is the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Now, the South Node is in astrology, that is actually the point in your chart that shows your past lives, past energies, past patterns that you're trying to grow beyond in this lifetime. So this is very much about old patterns, old habits, old routines, old ways of thinking, especially for you, Aquarius, because you are a thinking sign. And so this is really about, you know, try to see things in a new way. Don't let old patterns or habits hold you back from where you want to go next. And then we have our beautiful new moon in Pisces energy, meditate and contemplate. So I think that there really is a feeling of relief around this new moon starting, and over this next 2 weeks, there's a real feeling of relief. It's like a lot of tough cycles, a lot of really difficult energy coming full circle, digging into the past to say, you know what? I've got to do things a different way. I've got to go beyond the way I've done things that have not worked out in my favor. I want to try something new. And that's, you know, that's the old saying about, you know, doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is insanity, right? Because it just doesn't work. So if something that you've done again and again, or a certain way you've responded to a problem has not worked, Aquarius, it's time to try something new. It's time to go in a different direction on that. Meditate and contemplate, reflect, be very open, be very open. This is really saying, don't get too stuck. Don't get too stuck. Aquarius, you are a fixed sign, and you can get very stubborn and very rigid in your thought patterns. So with that Pisces energy, it's saying relax, go with the flow, open yourself up. Pisces is a very loving, compassionate sign as well. So open to the flow of compassion, right? Being compassionate with others, being compassionate with yourself. So let's see what we have coming up on top of this with our Queen of the Moon deck. Let's deepen these messages up for you. Yeah, Oh, Aquarius. I like this. I'm telling you, I think that like, I'm just getting the feeling that like December and January were really tough for you. We had that wolf moon with the hunger, right? This is the full moon we just passed through. And here's that, you know, full moon Capricorn. Difficult cycle is coming to an end, right? It's like it's really starting to come full circle. And look at those two big old full moons. It's very, very challenging. Yeah, I feel like this last couple months, not the easiest. So Aquarius, it's really going to take a bit of focus from you with this right here, because here we go. This is about focusing on doing things a different way, on not getting too rigid in your mindset, not getting too stuck into the way you used to do things always. Look at that. Beautiful. Wax and gibbous, the focus, transformation of the mind. We talked about how you are, you know, kind of the master sign of the intellect, Aquarius, and look at that with that butterfly right over the mind. It's all about transformation of the way that you think and transforming what your focus is. Wow. Wow. And look at what we've got here. Stepping into this full moon power card. That's one of my most powerful cards of the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And so I think that when you open yourself up to the flow of grace, to the flow of love from the universe, when you step out of that worried mind and you meditate and contemplate more, and you're more reflective and more gentle in your approach, that's when things just start to spark off. It becomes so powerful. And you really step into a role of leadership and sovereignty. It's a little bit of that High Priestess Empress energy there with that card. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so let's get into our blessing cards. Let's see what blessing is coming up for Aquarius. What are you being blessed on through this new moon cycle, this next 2 weeks? Ooh, I love this, Aquarius. Especially for all our divine masculines out there. A blessing for good men and fathers. Oh my goodness. I have to admit, I feel a little bit of my dad's influence with this as well. He was an Aquarius, and his favorite bird was the robin, and there he is. So, and my dad was an incredible guy, an incredible dad, very loving, very protective, very wonderful energy. So whatever that energy is for you, what you feel associated with Aquarius, whether you align masculine, feminine, whatever it is, this is really a blessing on that masculine energy. You know, if you're embodying it yourself, if you're honoring it in someone else, or if you're really wanting to bring that into your life, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. That feels so good. That feels so good. Oh, beautiful reading. I feel like you're stepping beyond a lot of really difficult stuff here with this. Yeah, Thunder Moon was underneath the change card. That's your energy, Aquarius. That lightning. Things are going to change. Not going to stay the same if you feel stuck. But take time to breathe out. You got to take time for yourself. Got to take time to relax. Absolutely. I feel that coming through with a lot of our signs. A lot of these reads are very, very much about that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Francisco. Sometimes I don't feel that way, but I just, wow. We all go through our ups and downs. And there's been a lot of ups and downs these days. It's just, you know, we got to ride the waves. We got to ride the waves for a while. Pisces, yeah, Stacy, I'm so glad to have you back in the chat. Aw. Let's see what we've got for our fishy folks out there, our little mermaids and mermens. Let's see what we have for Pisces. I'm excited. All right, Pisces. So this, to me, this is definitely, oh, such a sensitive time for Pisces. I mean, it's always sensitive being a Pisces, but there are 6 planets in Aquarius, which are all impacting and activating the heck out of your universal Pisces house, right? If you happen to be a Pisces rising, it will be affecting that personal house for you. But absolutely, I mean, it's really ramping up your psychic abilities, might feel a little overwhelming at times. It's really, really increasing that. Your ability to know things before they happen is just ascending. You might be going, that's awesome, or you might be going, oh, I hate it. It depends on what it is, right? But that's something that's really coming through for the Pisces right now. But we are getting ready to go into your season. You know, we're not that far away from it, Pisces, just about a week. A week or less, actually. Yeah, a little less than a week. We're going to be heading on into the Pisces season, which I can't wait for. I'm excited for Pisces time. It's a little more gentle. It's a little more soft, a little more sweet. Yeah, a little more musical, creative, and dreamy. So let's see what we've got for you for this new moon, Aquarius. Let's see what we've got, Spirit. Dear angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces out there. Let's see what you're going to show them or bring into their life over this next 2 weeks with this new moon in Aquarius energy starting tonight as we build to the full moon in Virgo. Thank you so much as always for your help. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. I like this. Oh my gosh. All right. Full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So Pisces, I feel that there have been a lot of things that you've been wanting to know, needing to know, the fullness of time. You've been very patient. You've been very patient on a lot of this, and you've held back a lot too. You really held yourself in sometimes going, okay, I'm not going to push. I'm just going to let it come out. And you are ready. Like, you're ready. We got to have these talks. We've got to have this conversation, and it's got to be revealed. Remember, Gemini is a dual sign, just like Pisces is, right? So there's that dualistic. It's being able to see both sides of the same issue. Right in the center, we have that full moon in Capricorn. So I feel like there's some real things that have come full circle, because the full moons are like, you know, the completion, the conclusion. And with this, you know, Aquarius had this card too. This is the hard cycles coming to an end, tough times coming to the, you know, fruition. Again, it's similar to that 10 of Wands card in the tarot. It's that hard cycle coming to an end, a burdensome cycle coming to an end, something that you've been working on very hard, something that's been really heavy on your heart, heavy on your mind, or you've just been putting a lot of energy into it. Yeah. And look at this, what we have is prosperity lies ahead with this new moon in Taurus. So I do feel that there is a lot of change around, a lot of reversal of fortune over this next 2 weeks, a lot of old things being put to rest. For some Pisces, there's going to be some difficult discussions. There's going to be some difficult conversations, and that's what's going to lead to things finally getting better, you know. And it may not even be that the discussion itself is so hard, it's just that the buildup has been really tense. It's like, ugh, you know. It's like, I don't want to have to go through this, but as soon as you do, you're like, oh, it's not so bad as I thought it was gonna be. Things are starting to feel a lot lighter. It's like, it's that feeling you have when you get something heavy off of your chest, and once you verbalize it, once you speak it, it's like, oh, I feel better. But I love that future card. I love that. Prosperity, abundance, grounding, beginnings of new foundations. Yes. Let's see what we've got here. Pisces, we're going to get into our Queen of the Moon Oracle. We're going to deepen these messages up for you a little bit. I love it. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. It's the cleansing, it's the clearing, it's the letting it all out with that purity full moon, the snow moon. That's the full moon that's coming up, Pisces. So this is a powerful month ahead, powerful couple weeks ahead for you. I really feel like there are conversations and discussions and answers and information that are going to just wipe things clean for you. You're going to feel so much lighter after that. It's like a detox. Big old boulder coming off of your back finally, with this action card sitting on top of the end of the tough cycle approaching. Wow. waxing gibbous, and that's the phase just before the moon goes completely full, right? I just feel like there's a lot of power coming in here for you, Pisces. It's like finally, you might have been pushing against that boulder, pushing against it. Finally, it starts rolling. Finally, it starts going down that hill, and you're like, I never thought I'd get that thing to move. Yeah. Right on the outcome, on top of that prosperity card with the new moon in Taurus, we have our divine masculine showing up yet again. So to me, staying assertive is important, right? Pisces, you are a very, very feminine, very, very, very gentle kind of passive sign. But this divine masculine card is coming in to remind you to step into that masculine side of yourself sometimes and make those decisions and be assertive and go after you want and embrace that leadership energy. And it's really important when it comes to making new financial plans, building that new base of support, building that new foundation under yourself. Because if somebody's trying to talk you out, I get this energy through these readings. Sagittarius had that message a lot, where it's like if somebody's trying to talk you out of what you really truly want and desire, don't let them. Don't let them, Pisces. You know what you want. You know what's going to make you feel better. Embrace a little bit of that divine masculine energy and go, yeah, very nice. All right, let's get into a blessing for you on this. What is Pisces being blessed with through this new moon cycle in Aquarius? Oh, I like that. So a blessing on your day. I really feel that this is like day by day, Pisces, staying in the moment, staying rooted in the now, right? So it's like, this is really saying, like, you might start out your day and say, oh, I don't know if my day is going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. Or maybe if your day starts out not so good, this reminds you, you actually have the power to turn that around. Tune into the divine, tune into the energy of the universe to turn those days around. And I love the bottom. I had to look at the bottom on this one, and it has a blessing on a home. And I do feel that for my Pisces, some of you are really trying to work on this home base, because that Taurus new moon energy, it's like building a new foundation. Yeah. Some of y'all been working really hard to have that. Not all, but some. Some of y'all been working real hard to have that solid home base. That's a big one. It's a big one for the fish. Yeah. Oh, Pisces, you're a powerful sign. So much more than sometimes I think you know. Anybody that, I mean, Pisces, you often get treated like you're weak or emotional or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's a water sign. Nobody would say water is weak if they've been on the, ocean during a typhoon, okay? You're not a weak sign. And luck is on your side. Look at that. I knew there was a little Sagittarius kick. Luck is on your side here. Yeah. And peace on the bottom. Yeah. Peace and boundaries. I'm feeling that. So on the whole, like what I would wrap up with this as we've finished all our 12 signs, the biggest overall collective message that I was really getting a lot of this, their divine masculine was coming through a lot. There's a balance between getting enough rest, being in enough of a reflective, feminine, more passive energy, and then also balancing with that more leadership-oriented masculine energy and drive. Having good personal boundaries is very important. And really, being willing to be flexible and adjust certain things. But when it comes to your true vision, it's like that's what you don't want to relinquish. That's what you don't want to have diluted or taken away from you. So that is the overall energy that I am coming through with as I look at all of these readings taken as a whole, and I kind of put them together with a basic collective message. Yeah, is that, we need to embrace a little bit more of our leadership side, a little bit more of our masculine side. It's really easy to get extremely into our feminine side when we're working in spiritual elements and modalities, because it is a more feminine, receptive kind of energy. But we sometimes forget that we need to balance it with that divine masculine, and also bring in a little bit of assertiveness and leadership at times that we need it. So very nice. This is great. And it's also, I got a lot of, we had that faith card came up a lot. So it's also, you know, keep the faith, keep the faith. You know, don't lose hope, don't lose heart. That's a very, very strong energy that came through with those reads as well. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this late night live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I am excited for our new moon cycle ahead. I will be back tomorrow night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our celebration of the Chinese Lunar New Year and the beginning of the year of the Metal Ox. So excited for that, you guys. So take care, be safe, warm, and well. As always, much blessing to you, and I'll be seeing you all again very soon. Take care.